Alright, so what we're going to do is put the angle supports in. Right now this whole thing is tacked together with brad nails from the end. That's not going to hold it together permanently. Is I'm going to create little sections of angle in here that are going to go like this and be screwed through all the way through T-nuts on the other side of the wood so that they can be screwed solidly through and held together with these. Depending upon the size of each angle iron and what it's doing, what it's supporting, I'm going to put from 2 to 4, somewhere from 2 to 4 on each piece. We have the back here, which is 16 inches long end to end. It's going to have a support. We have a support, possibly it's going to go on the bottom here in the back. And then we have supports that are going to go on these little pieces on the top as well. But the first one, we're going to cut them all because I got them all measured out with the angle grinder. We're going to cut them. And then we're going to start installing them and see how that goes. Got a little real thin cutting disc on here. That should work pretty well for cutting aluminum. We'll see. Alright, so I got them all cut, cleaned up. We're starting with the inside here because we can easily get to that and see it, bolt it in place and get it going. We got to drill 4 holes in it, 2 on each side. Doesn't have to be real precise because once we get it in there, then we're going to drill through the wood. Butter. Bam. Good. 2 to go. Now, I'm not going to line them up perfectly because if I do, then the heads could hit each other. It could be real annoying. Alright, so my plan with these T-nuts has hit a little bit of a snag. Number 1, when I go to put the drill in here, it doesn't go straight through. The drill sits at an angle to get in because I can't get in straight because the chuck is in the angle is in the way. The other fundamental problem is, in this case, because of where the back is, I can't get this 4th hole. So that is a problemo. Not good. There's no way I can go from the other side. There's no way I can do this with the thing off. I mean, the only way I could do it is I could totally disassemble it, get the angles on, put it back together, line these holes up where they're supposed to be, and then get the whole thing back. It's not happening. No, that's not going to work. On the sides, it doesn't much matter because this side is flat, but over here, it's really close to the edge here because it's actually coming down. So when I put that T-nut in there, it may or may end up not fitting where it's supposed to be, and it's really close to the edge, leading to not as nice of a connection. I'm gonna move forward. Onward and onward, as they say. Maybe I'll sit on this and see where we end up. So I came up with the brilliant idea. So this is my first angle. Now you can see on this one, this is centered in here pretty much. So on the second one, I decided to, you can see a little better on this one, move the hole this way more towards the end. So that's the big difference there, is how far these are, from the center. That's what I'll do now from here on out. I'm going to make these as close to the edge as I can, rather than in the center of the piece. So now I'm going to do back ones. I think 6 apiece is fine, 3 holes each. Alright, well I'm going to drill them out on the vent vise, and then I'll show you what we're going to do here in the thing. All 12 holes are drilled. Use the... Yeah, it's only a 20 amp circuit. What do you expect? I'm marking these, by the way. I'm not even sure it matters because there's no way they're going to go in the wrong way, but whatever. Now I've been putting the bolt in there to keep this indexed and drill the next holes because I really want this to be good. That went swimmingly. Now we're going to flip it around to the other side. This guy was never nailed in. He just sits there. Okay. Told you, absent-minded professor. That was an unexpected turn of events. This line right here. Everything in front of this line is going to be exposed. This is going to be exposed. This is not exposed, but all of this is exposed here and around the edge. I'll put laminate in here too, just to keep it consistent and so that there's no thickness difference between here and here. So this whole inside of this piece got to get laminated. Same with the inside of this piece. They both have to get completely laminated. This section can have nothing in it because this is where the console slides. I can't put an angle piece down here. The console will no longer fit. I mean, I could route it and notch it out with the router, but it just sounds awful. So we're just going to support it here. So I'm going to put 3 in here because I want it to be really strong here because it's the only thing on the bottom. And we'll be back.